EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Well, here we are at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the Sunshine State, Florida. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Frank, what stands out when you look at the wetlands?
Swampland, the Gators, really it's a good driving golf course, Rich. Not a lot of fairway bunkers in play here at Wetlands, but if you drive the ball well here, you really can get a good score out here at Wetlands. They play the web.com here every now and again, so we've seen some good scores over the years, but always fun to be playing in Florida. Sun on your back, warm golf conditions.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Frank, the good players continue to play good golf, even if they're not winning or in the top 5.
Yeah, that position's starting to look a little brighter than what it was at the beginning of the day. Now in the top 25.
16th hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot, and, well, this one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards.
Second shot.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I'd say.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
And he's made the green. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Moves into the top 20 after the par. 17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3. And that'll find the nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
And it makes the green in regulation. Locked in on the read and the speed. Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Been a little too much of that, Frank. Just sort of ho-hum pars. Final hole here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It's par 4. It's not a long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble out there somewhere.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position the tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood's only going to leave a short iron. If you 3-wood, 250, 260 yards, do the maths, it's only 120 yards left. With that, with a scoring club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray, then what?
Oh, no. We don't think of straying on this hole. This is the last hole. Got to finish well.
But I'm thinking about gators. Are there gators out there?
Well, there's gator on the menu.
Good contact, good result. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
It is just an ideal day for golf. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. We're getting set for all the action this afternoon at Wetlands Golf and Country Club in Florida. And this is certainly a challenge, Frank.
It is. We really should rename it Drylands because that's the way you want to play this golf course. If you're not dry, then you are going to be wet. That swampland is just all the way around this golf course. In between it, though, is fairway. So fairway, the goal all day today.
And as always, with the state of Florida, you have to factor in the changing winds. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. Getting set now over the putt.
Has his par. Action resuming early on the back nine. Let's go to hole number 11.
Just a solid performance to this point in the second round, Frank.
Yeah, it's been good. Really, it's been a fun watch. Sadly, the scorecard doesn't reflect the standard of golf we're seeing. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
310 yards and straight. You can win with that. Second shot. Good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
For par.
Did the job right there.
So on this back nine, we started with a par 3, then a par 4, and now we get to a par 5. The 12th is 576 yards.
Yeah, nice blend of holes there that you've just referenced. 11 bends to the left, consequently 12 will bend in the other direction. Good drive required. From there, just setting up perhaps 7 iron, 6 iron into a green that's sort of fairly uniform in shape and should present a birdie with a good second shot.
Wow, that is a monster drive down there, about 315 yards. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
You're certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack, now top 15.
Now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what are the options here?
Well, another straight one required here, Rich. At 450, it's not overly long in today's standard, but still, that fairway widens up where the longer hitters will actually hit. And bunkers, once again, short of a green. So as long as you can fly that second shot to at least the front of the green, then they really do not come into play.
Well, it looks as though they're going to need to use all their strength to sort of hack it out of that rough, missing it off the tee here. Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
That shot does finish up on the green, but it sets up for a very difficult putt. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. Could it be? Setting himself up for a good week. Comes in at 204 yards. There's some trouble out there.
And this is where you have to readjust your focus. If you start looking right or left of this green, you see all the problems that could come in and prevail. Instead, just look at that front bunker. Try and fly your tee shot over that, somewhere around the front edge of the green, maybe 3 or 4 yards on, and then the hole becomes that much easier.
Pretty good shot right there.
Settles in over the putt. That is a solid par putt. The last par 5 on this golf course is the 15th. It's 590 yards. You think, Frank, this is the time to be aggressive?
Certainly is. Longer hitters must be licking their chops on this par 5. 300-plus yard tee shot, you can definitely get home. Shorter hitters, just set it up for a nice wedge shot. But if you are going to go at this par 5 and 2, well protected by those 3 bunkers.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen. Second shot.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Third shot, looking for a good one. Frank in a bit of trouble here at the par 5, missing the green on that third shot.
They're just battling to make par. And this is going to be difficult.
These are the kind of putts that keep a round going about 10 feet away for par. These putts keep the round together. No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going, keeps the momentum on his side.
So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Hello again and welcome. Rich Slaughter alongside my colleague Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting set to go at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. We're located along the St. Johns River in the great state of Florida. Good par 3 here at the 14th. It's a little bit more than 200 yards, Frank.
And there's a bunker short, so you've got to fly that coming in there. And if you do miss time one, that's when that body of water to the right really comes into play. Typical Floridian golf, but high-flying, soft-landing tee shot, once again, is the goal.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
So they'll tap in. No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. Final par 5 on the backside here at the Wetlands. It's 590 yards.
Which is really a tempting yardage. A good tee shot, perhaps think of reaching the par 5 and 2. But this green well protected by 3 bunkers, 2 on the left side and 1 short right. But, hey, fortune favours the brave. At least that's what I was told.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. And the ball settles on the green 26 feet away. Locked in on the read and the speed. This one's tracking. Oh, he's going to love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Moving to the 16th hole here at the Wetlands, 455.
Safely keep the ball on the putting surface. That's fine.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
Well, that's how you play the game, right there.
Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Good birdie right there, moving to third place on the leaderboard.
Par 3 17th, Frank, it's 238 yards.
There's still a chance for birdie here, though. Green shape's a little bit to the player's right, so a nice high draw coming in here. Even finding the middle of the putting surface will give you a chance to putt to really any position on this green. Oh, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Made a good run at birdie. He'll have to focus now. Try to walk away with the par.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Oh my goodness, he missed it. He missed a bunny. That's like missing a layup in basketball. Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. And he makes it for a bogey here.
Final hole here at the Wetlands Golf and Country Club. It's par 4. It's not a long one, 377 yards. There must be some trouble out there somewhere.
Well, not really if you keep your wits about you. Just position the tee shot. You don't have to hit driver down here. Even a 3-wood's only going to leave a short iron. If you 3-wood, 250, 260 yards, do the maths, it's only 120 yards left. With that, with a scoring club, try and get that inside 10, 15 feet. Finish with a birdie.
But if you stray, then what?
Oh, no. We don't think of straying on this hole. This is the last hole. You've got to finish well.
But I'm thinking about gators. Are there gators out there?
Well, there's gator on the menu.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Second shot. Good look at the green. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Moves into second place with that birdie. So through 54 holes, a really good position inside the top 5 with 1 round to go.
Yeah, and those handful of players that we're looking at, Rich, they certainly have looked the best players this week, which makes tomorrow look like a real thriller.
EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the BioWare Classic.
Getting set for all the action on what my idol Vin Scully would have said was a beautiful afternoon here in the Sunshine State. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Getting ready at Wetlands Golf and Country Club. An interesting layout, Frank. The players are ready to go. And what are you thinking about as you get set to tee off?
Well, you're thinking about you're going to play a long golf course, sort of mid-7,000 yard range. But this is a golf course that you actually do get to hit your driver more often than not. So it's a good driving golf course. Green's relatively flat as well, but be careful if you're a little weak of heart. Look left or right, you might see the odd gator or two.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. Now the second shot to the par 5. He's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. That's well played. And now a good look at birdie. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor.
That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
No, sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Just a couple of feet. Beautiful roll on that one, right in the bottom. 16th hole at the Wetlands is a par 4, 455 yards.
Once again, another reward for a straight tee shot, but this green heavily guarded by sand. So, good tee shot, and, well, this one, you're going to have to hit one of the better iron shots required at Wetlands.
Nothing to argue about there, right in the fairway. Setting up for an approach shot here. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. This is a cross-country special. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. In for par. '17th at the Wetlands, par 3, 238 yards. Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's a hole really that shapes up well for a nice little high draw. See the angle of the green pointing slightly to the right. A nice little draw into this par 3, and that'll find a nice avenue. Maybe a kick forward, 15, 20 feet left for birdie. And if you birdied 16, chance to birdie 17 as well.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
Good birdie right there, Frank.
Oh, time to get another cup of coffee. Things are heating up.
Well, this is it, Frank, the 18th hole, and on paper it looks like you can get this one. You can make a birdie because it's only 377 yards.
You're exactly right, Rich. Just a nice drive. Doesn't even have to be a driver here. It's going to set you up really short iron wedge into this short par 4. And well, I always like to finish on a birdie. I know you do too, because a little walk to the clubhouse there on the left, maybe a hot dog or a hamburger.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Down the hill here, going to play shorter. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Now this for birdie. Came away with a bogey on the previous round. Oh, I thought he had that. Man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday.
Now, that's a good par there, Rich.
Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf, and it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Checking in on the action now, let's go down to the 6th. Early in the round, still holding steady, even par on the day.
Yeah, it's got that feel it could go either way here. Next few holes will probably tell us which way.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Frank, there's a real art to putting a good score on the board, isn't there?
Yeah, that's why stroke play is so tough, Rich. You're trying to minimize everything on a golf course, turn a 6 into a 5 or a 4 into a 3. It's like even off the edge of a green, trying to get up and down in 2 rather than 3. And you've got to do it for 18 straight holes. If it's a 72-hole tournament, then you've got to do it for 4 straight days. And that's why that's always been the best predictor of our best players, the ones that can go 4 days and make the least number of mistakes.
Solid play, heart of the green. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
Well, not in contention, but in for par.
Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. When you break down shots or break down a hole, how would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Not quite where he wanted it, but it is on the green, and that's not too bad.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
It's a good-looking putt right here. He might like it.
Suddenly a ray of sunshine with that birdie.
There is hope. And on the top 25.
All right, the winds are starting to pick up. Frank, you've played in conditions all over the world. What's the right way to approach it?
Well, you've really got to find out, first of all, the direction of the wind. And you have to be certain of it right now. And plus, if there's a gust, that's something you can't, you've got no control over. Gets a good kick. It's only in the first cut. That's not too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here.
Rich, these winds haven't subsided at all today. It's certainly a tough test out there right now for these players.
They get your attention, don't they, as a player?
They have club selection right now, vital.
You put the ball back in your stance just a little bit.
If you're going to hit it down.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Third shot, looking for a good one. Frank, the Skins game was played at PGA West, the stadium course, many years ago. 1987, Lee Trevino did something that really stood out. With a lot of fun.
Yeah, to make a hole-in-one anywhere is obviously something to be remembered. But when you do it on TV, national TV, and on a hole like 17, Alcatraz, all the way across the water, everybody complained about how hard the golf course was, and Trevino gives it that little bang, little cut, bang, in it goes, one. Trevino could play any golf course, no matter how hard it was.
It was a one that was worth 175,000, $175,000. That won him the carryover skin in the Skins game. See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. Oh my gosh, that hurts.
Now, just when you thought they might pick up one, now settle for a par.
Settles in over the putt. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under.
Finishing out the front 9 with a pretty difficult par 4. Again, water down that right side. Good contact, good result.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This won't hurt him.
Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie.
It's at sneaky distance.
Just didn't read that one quite right.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. And he makes it for par.
Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Today it's live second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, the seventh is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down, 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating.
Not what he wanted, but he's headed to the beach. And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That is a solid par putt right there. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a three-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards.
Second from an excellent lie.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Frank, this game will drive you crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many things right, and then just something so simple, completely wrong. Even par currently. Which has been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard.
Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
That has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Player really needs to be dialed in here. This approach shot is not easy by any stretch here at the ninth.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
That's good work by the former PGA teaching professional, one of the best instructors in the country, with a birdie, now inside the cut line. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Tough start to the backside, Frank.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well, too. You start losing confidence with the putter early on.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par.
Oh boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards. Wait, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
And he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
That was not a very good read right there. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
No problems there.
Yeah, keeps the round going. Keeps the momentum on his side.
Frank, right where you want to be at the midway point of a tournament.
Yeah, you know your game's solid. The focus is more on the leader and that you can just go out and play. Excellent position to be in.
Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports, continuing at PGA West in the Career Builder Challenge. We're on the back nine now. Hole number 10 is 416 yards, a medium-length par 4. But again, the player has to deal with water.
It is. This is a double dogleg, really. And if you don't get the ball in the fairway, you're going to kick yourself.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag.
Ready to go now on the approach shot here at this par 4 10th.
Hazard.
Maybe wet. Getting set for this next shot from the rough. What does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. This is a 9-footer. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. Call in the medics, Frank. Can't stop the bleeding here.
Just racking the bogeys up.
Well, we've arrived at our third par 5 of the day here at PGA West. It is the 11th. It is nicknamed, appropriately, Eternity. 617 yards.
There's something about a well-hit shot.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
Now the third shot here at the par 5 11th.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That will be a great look at birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round.
And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company.
Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but requires a better shot.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle.
Club has been pulled, ready for the second shot now at the par 4 12th.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
And setting up here in the rough. Solid play, heart of the green. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Now teeing off here at the par 3, 13th. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
Frank, this is one you don't practice, but sometimes you have to do it. Time for the drop.
Yeah, it should be the easiest shot in golf. You've just paid for it.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side.
I think if we stretch the tape, Rich, we might get to 29 feet. Even par currently.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just 5 feet left. He's made it. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's two definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole. game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Moving into this second shot here at hole number 14.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
And he makes it for par. So through 3 rounds, just outside the top 10, what kind of a chance do you give a player who is sitting outside the first 10?
Yeah, it's slim. I certainly would not say none, though, Rich. You know, we've countless times over the years seen someone post an early one in and watch the leaders crumble at the end. Good opportunity tomorrow. Put a good round on the board and then just sit back and wait. And then remember, there's also the chance of a playoff.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour.
Frank, a tranquil and beautiful setting with the Santa Rosa Mountains in the background, those crystal clear blue skies, but it can get pretty testy out on the golf course, can't it?
If you get any sort of wind out there, Rich, the sky might be beautiful and blue today, but that wind, once especially the cross breeze, then this course has teeth.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway.
Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
All right, Frank, break down this approach shot here at hole number 1.
Well, typical Pete Dye confuses you straight out of the gate. Draw off the tee, and then you've got to hit that second shot in left to right. Look at the angle of that green. It points away to the right.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Now the approach shot here at the par 4 first.
Really? This is an awkward length.
That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. 1 under early in the round. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Still playing even for the day after the par.
Frank, the second hole is only 371 yards. What's the challenge here?
The bunkering. This is really well bunkered. You'd expect that for a hole this short. If it's well bunkered, it means that it's vital to get it on the fairway.
They'll be pretty happy with that 290-yard poke off the tee. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Not a gimme, but well within his range. So in the red figures at 1 under. Good chance here. -2 for the day.
Frank, players had hybrids. Some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on the third?
It certainly is. The third hole you play here, 3 totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right.
Really good play off the tee, at least 300 yards and in the fairway.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it.
Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left, so it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track.
This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Now a 7-footer. So 2 under early on. Shouldn't be a problem here. Stays at 1 under with that par.
Now to the fourth, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Down, little Shiva. Down. Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Continues to putt beautifully. This would be a huge momentum swing. This one's for birdie. Nice solid start to the round. Tee to green looks to be in command.
Yeah, it's surprising. I thought he might have been a little shaky out of the gate, but certainly proved me wrong.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Oh, that's fine.
From a perfect position, ready to play his next shot. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking the wood. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. And getting ready for the putt. Good putt and a good move. Now to 4 under. It's going to test her from 4 feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, I love a par 3 where you have to hit one solid golf shot. Anything less, and you might pay a severe price. 255-yard par 3-6. What a hole.
No, you love watching somebody else play a par 3 like that.
You're right.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
Well, I don't know what he caught, but this is way too much.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
It's at sneaky distance.
Beautiful touch. Nice putt. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Good solid work right there and stays at 4 under.
Frank, the 7th is a short par 4, 346 yards. So I'm guessing it's a layup off the tee, but it might be a nervy layup because you have water on the right, and if you miss left, that's no bargain.
It's very distracting looking down the right side. I think that's the easiest way to put it. But if you can break this hole down, 346 yards, if you take 120 yards off that, which is like a wedge, then the layup only becomes like 220 yards. That seems a little less intimidating. This is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You're going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
He'll need to be strong with this. Sizable putt from 16 feet. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. 4 under on the day.
Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in McKenzie, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a three-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswork that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Frank, over the course of the last 15 years or so, there have been a number of initiatives within the game of golf just to try to grow the sport.
Yeah, we've seen the PGA Junior League, which is a series of competitions, obviously for juniors to play. But the first tee really is worldwide now, just to try and introduce players from all over the world into the game of golf. They're introduced with club professionals. They learn skills that are essential really to play the game of golf. But in 2014 was a real step, what I think, in the right direction to showcase the junior talent around the world with the drive, chip and putt, where you actually get a chance to play the drive, chip and putt final at Augusta National, the home of the Masters.
Imagine young kids, boys and girls, 8 years old, 11 years old, being able to go home and tell their friends, tell their families, hey, I have something in common with Jack Nicklaus, with Arnold Palmer, with Phil Mickelson, with Tiger Woods. I won at Augusta National Golf Club. Well, that ball nestled down just a bit in that heavy rough. Not in the fairway, but not too bad, just in that first cut. Putting all of his talents on display here from the rough, and he knocks it really close. Beautiful shot. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. No problem at all. Good putt, and stays at 4 under par. Nudge this one home, finish it up. Moves to -8. Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question, the best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Frank, break down this second shot here at the 9th hole.
The second shot's a little bit like the tee shot. We know that the biggest trouble is on the right with the water, but there's also a bunker between water and green. So Pete Dye is enticing you to try and play the correct shot, which is one that just moves a little left to right towards the flag. And there is a little bit of relief. If you just miss it a touch, you're in the sand, not the water.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
How does that not go in?
Amazing. Stroke looked good. Line looked good. Just did not take that final break.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. And he makes it for par. Getting set now over the putt. He has this attempt for par. That's the idea. Just knock it in. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, again, this would appear to be a pretty good scoring opportunity.
This is so much about getting the distance right here. Bunkers on the left, there's the water to carry, that's needless to say, but also the mounding that's just behind the screen and to the right. It's very easy to just take the trouble out of play in the front and then find the trouble behind the screen. So second shot, judging the distance, imperative here.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Starting to move in the right direction. 5 under after that made putt.
Really solid stroke.
Well, Frank, how about this hole? Par 5-11 at 617 yards.
The goal here is to take all those bunkers down that left side completely out of play. If you can hit it far enough down there, you can get close to this green. But if you do stray a little bit, all of a sudden, well, it's called eternity. You're going to find that this hole will play very long.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Second from an excellent lie. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
that was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. This is a cross-country special.
Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, what's the right play here? Second to the short 12th.
Short flags, obviously got to keep it on that front section. When you've got a back flag, you've got to get it over that little faint ridge that's in the middle of the screen. Got to go past that.
Boy, I'm reminded of what an old caddy used to say about the great Lanny Watkins when he was on fire. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
Well, how do you like that? He's holding. Just a phenomenal play right there.
These putts keep the round together. continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been.
Frank, this is no easy shot here at the par 3 13.
Yeah, 13th hole. I mean, it's so appropriate, the number of the hole for this this design by Pete Dye. Wooden bulkheads, I mean, they give you sort of that harsh look. And this is just an absolute scorecard wrecker. You get a little cavalier here, you'll just rack up a number. There's nothing wrong with just hitting it to the right side of the screen, just taking a 3. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. That's got 5 minutes to find it.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt.
Normally you'd be happy to take 2 from there. What's one going to feel like? Great putt.
So just a formality here. Did the job right there.
14th hole, par 4 of 389 yards. It is short, but Frank, there is some danger lurking along the way.
Yeah, most of it's sand. 2 options really. Poke it down that left side, let it run down there like a bowling alley. Either that or take that bunker completely out of play, 290, 300-yard cat and get it down there where it's just a flick wedge. And
pretty good drive here.
Another straight one. That's an absolute beauty.
All right, partner, walk us through this approach shot here at the 14th.
You have to respect the back of the screen as it starts to narrow up. The widest part of the screen is the front. The advantage of that, though, if you do leave it a little bit shorter, you are putting uphill. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
He has this for birdie. You may have lost track at home, but we're keeping count, and that is 9 under for the day. In the hole, and a birdie.
Now to the par 4 15th hole, 468 yards. Frank, what do you like about number 15?
The variation of the bunkering here, Rich, I think is excellent. The bunker that meanders its way down the right side tends to go to the right, and then you start to see those 2 bunkers down the left side. You've really got to try and take that second one on the left out of play. That requires something in excess of 280 yards. From there on in, you've got a chance.
Not the longest, but not bad. 295 yards in the fairway.
This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Frank, what are you thinking on this second shot here at 15?
Well, if mentally you could take out all that bunker complex on the left, this second shot would look extremely straightforward. And that's really the way you've got to play it. You've got to act like those bunkers aren't there on that left side. And therefore you can go straight at this flag.
Here we go. Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot.
Locked in on the read and the speed.
Just misses. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. And go ahead and do that for birdie. 9 under for the round.
Here we go now, the final par 5 of the day, Frank.
Yeah, decision on how much you bite off here. If you play the ball to the right, then it's going to play its full 600 yards. But if you can take it in a direct line at that green, you're going to chew off a little bit of yardage. But you have to be able to carry that bunker.
And through the years, a lot of excitement here at this par 5 16th.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. That will be a great look at birdie.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And drops it in.
Well, there it is. They call it Alcatraz. Just sitting out there on the water, 168 yards away, Frank.
Well, speaking of water, that water looks so peaceful, doesn't it? It'd be a shame to spoil it with a splash.
And this is looking really good. He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. 160 left.
Good swing, good shot yet again.
Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. So they'll tap in.
Great, too.
Beautiful.
One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the three bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away. Second shot, good look at the green. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Oh, what a putt from long distance, bottom of the barrel. Settles in over. Well, the great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the deck. That'll put a wrap on our final round coverage for all of us at EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time.